The Back to Nature Renaissance, a social countercultural movement that began in the late 1800s, originally led by German youth. In the wake of the European Industrial Revolution, young activists rejected urbanization and middle-class social norms. Inspired by the works of Nietzsche, Goethe, Hesse, and pagan religions, thousands of German youth endeavored to return to a more natural way of life in tune with natural laws. This caused great advancements in the area of natural healing, as many began to research and experiment with fasting cures and plant-based fruit and vegetable diets as a sustainable way to live. During the early part of the 20th century, many Germans moved to the United States and settled in Southern California. Natural healers and back-to-nature advocates such as Arnold Ehret had a profound influence on American youth and spurred on the countercultural revolution in the U.S., as well as the cultivation of naturopathy, the natural hygienic movement, and 1960s hippie culture. See Gordon Kennedy's Hippie Roots, the Perennial Subculture, and Children of the Sun. Back to Nature Renaissance. This is something people don't talk enough about this. The hippie movement in the 1960s get a lot of kind of mainstream publicity, but we never talk about in a history class or in the popular kind of mainstream historical narrative, we never talk about this incredibly important period, this original Back to Nature Renaissance. Folks that will criticize people for academia and institutions for being what we call Eurocentric, or basically a view that Europe is the greatest thing that's ever happened in the world, the dawn of civilization and so on and so forth. For me, the greatest achievement that Europe really had to offer to the world was this Back to Nature Renaissance. This is where people rediscovered fundamental laws about how the human body operates, that up to this point it was total medieval thinking, and continues to be more and more medieval in terms of mainstream medical science. But this veer off to the left in this Back to Nature Renaissance was really, in my opinion, the dawn of what we're dealing with now in terms of understanding how the human body operates and what we must do to heal.